Piggy wiggy wiggies.
Heavily pregnant. I mean, obviously I don't know how to do that, but it's great to see all that come to fruition. We want to show you guys the journey and the results that we get as we go along. But like, subscribe and comment, and we want to know obviously what you want to see, and give us some feedback on maybe our council woes. It's great to see all that come to fruition. We want to show you guys the journey and the results that we get as we go along. Welcome to one of the Malacca paddocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should know that.
Malacca a lot.
Yeah. Don't ask why it's called that. I appreciate that's not a very appropriate word in some languages, but we don't care. Here we have one of our new dams, which I'm sure I've spoken about in YouTube land somewhere, but found out a little while ago that when we had the ducks on the dams, they averaged about 100 grams more, so I got very enthusiastic about digging dams. This is one of the little ponds that I've dug. You can see how we do it. We've got wonderful clay here, which is a fantastic base. So I just dig them out and I build the dam wall, and the ducks have absolutely loving them. So you guys know the system. Our feeder bins are these big black bins here. We still have the dunk tank water system here for the fresh Wombi and Cave aquifer water. The pond, they're just on there, they're playing, they're splashing around, mate. They're the happiest ducks in the world. The coolest thing about these dams is I've got a floodway at the base, which then gravity feeds all this water that's been essentially full of excrement after the ducks have been in there for 4 or 5 weeks. And we can then flood irrigate. It's actually very fertile water, so it's not just irrigation, it's actually fertility as well. And we will flood the rest of the cell then and empty that dam out when the ducks are finished in here. Some of the other ones I need to go back and do a bit of work too. Where is it? Oh, here. So, look at that.
Yeah, you can imagine that might be quite...
Yeah, so what we do is I've got a 2-inch pipe system that tees out of here and goes to sort of either corner of the paddock, and it's just got 1 million holes drilled into it. Essentially, it's not fancy, but it slowly flows down this hill here, and I mean, this is an example of a paddock that's already had a little bit of improvement. It's in pretty good shape anyway. We grazed this just before the ducks came on, but that's the idea. Just hook this 2-inch pipe up to it essentially, open the valve, and it all happens with gravity. We're not having to start pumps or anything like that. So really cool system, and I mean, by the smell of that,
it smells fertile.
Amazing. Fucking grub. Get away from me.
And don't shake, dearest Paddy.
Geez, they're in good nick, aren't they?
Beautiful girls.
That's 1 litre. 6.
How fresh are they?
Nah, they'd be a week old. You can sort of tell they're... But look, there's not a dud in there. Even the little runty one looks pretty handy. But there's a nice big litter. I didn't count them this morning. I think there might even be 12 or 13, which is big for us. Ducks, probably definitely biggest ducks we've ever produced, potentially even the biggest ducks that have ever been through that facility.
Wow.
Averaged about 2.4 kilos dress.
And what would have been historically?
Well, you've only got to go back 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we were averaging 1.8. Yeah.
Just
so there's been some shifts there. So we're actually now taking half the batch through to 7 weeks. So we're giving them another week. But even with all that, I mean, they were just like dinosaurs. Yeah, cool. 6, 7, yeah, 8. Yeah, she's had 8. Look at him. He's so peaceful.
Yeah. Just having a snooze, bro.
He's a pioneer.
It looks like he's having a dream. corporate product. That is a remark. Like, was this both brooders?
Yeah. No, I only took about probably 9 tonne out. Yeah. Yep. But there was disturbance here already. So you can see, essentially, this is a funny old cell, this. So whenever we put ducks up here, they gravitate under the trees. So I've left that. All the grass that's coming up there is phenomenal. But we could never sort of get them to stay out here long enough to get the fertility out here. So we've taken fertility out of our brooder system with the carbonaceous diaper, where all the baby ducks, we'll show you. And we've had, my neighbour's got a big belt spreader, and he spread it all out here for me. And I've drilled in all sorts of fun stuff. We're gonna have some fun making videos up here. Turnips and couple of different rye, some fescue. There's some oats in there. There's still some bloody sunflowers in there. So it's a real broad mix. I'm excited to see this grazing turnip that I've put in there. It's a purple turnip. Obviously the benefits of that is the cows eat the foliage, and then the pigs come through and eat the root. This has already been drilled. It's only been down for about 5 days. So I reckon next time we're here doing a video, we'll be able to show some growth here. But this is all the hard work that goes into that brooder, and the amount of fertility that gets soaked up within the carbon and becomes compost. We're now going to reap the benefits of that. So really exciting, because this is kind of the full circle. This is, you know, you keep your baby ducks, you're in there every day, you till it over, it's hours and hours of work, and we're going to see the benefits of that now.
Amazing. So the material up there came out of here?
Yes, so these whole doors swing open, and we literally emptied probably half of this whole room. It was up to here.
Oh right, okay,
so
which is taken over a metre.
Over a metre, yeah. So we took quite a bit out, and it's what's up the top there now. So we're expecting to be able to show you some pretty amazing. Like I said, I'm super excited. I've done some grazing turnips up there, a purple leaf turnip, in the mix. So I'm excited about seeing that, and I'd be hoping we're going to get some pretty good results up there, because you can imagine the level of fertility in this. I mean, it's literally broken down. It's almost to the point where it's soil. So, and that's quite hot. As Phil was spreading it, there was steam coming out the back of the spread. I've got some video I should show, but it was right on dusk, and you could just see the steam coming out the top of this. It was so cool. I'll just get this duck, it's bogged.
Yep.
These are some of these smaller ones are ones we weaned.
Yep.
About 2 weeks ago. And they really did look a bit shit. They lose a bit of condition through stress and obviously missing out on mummy's milk, but I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here. I still love these speckled park animals, not racist, I don't care. You'll see we've got black cows in our herd, no dramas. We've got some cattle here with some pink eye scarring that we picked up at Gundaringa when we had them on our lease block. But the other thing I want you to notice is look how many head of cattle we got here. So there's 90 calves here. You got to remember, this is only 100 acres, this site. So we run quite dense with our cell grazing. We've got permanent cell grazing systems. So this paddock here is called Sunty. And they've done a pretty good job in here. Maybe one more day. But we're going to go for a quick walk through the herd here and just check that everyone's all right. Check that no one's still going backwards, because if they were still going backwards now, we might have to have a look at them. But from what I'm seeing, I think I'm pretty happy. You know, you finish one of these animals and put it through the shop, it's worth well over $4,000. But that's okay.
Yep, it is what it is.
Well, I never signed up to do the cattle, as you know. So all these ones with the orange tags are Tathra Place originals from my original Tathra Place herd, and all the rest of these ones are Integrity Cattle, which is the separate company that we set up that was leasing Gundaringa. But I'm pretty happy. There's no one looks like they're battling, do they, Dave?
I can't, no.
And I'm happy. The one thing that I'm happy with that
consistency.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. There's no one here. It's a tiny bit wet, but see, I haven't rolled any hay out or anything for them, so pretty happy. But we keep an eye on that, keep an eye on all this stuff, and stay on top of them, and they'll keep really tossing up weight. Like an animal this size here, he'd be coming up on 250 kilos. He's really going to toss on some weight in the next 2 months, especially with a lot of the feed that we've drilled. We've got a lot of oats we can put him on, some really good quality ryegrasses and turnips and stuff like that. So an animal like that, I'll get right through about 350 kilos. Hopefully before everything completely stops growing altogether out here. I've got to go and get...
Green tag means I handed the tag. I didn't punch the ear, but I did.
Awesome. some Dave, he looks a little... If you edit that out, I'll get in trouble for you.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
Yes. You're not finished in here yet.
We've got to deliver the heartbreaking news that they have to stay here.
Yeah. This is the problem. They get so spoilt with a season like we've had, where essentially they've been standing on 24 inches of grass their entire lives, these animals. As soon as it gets down a little bit, they're like, oh, well, what's next?
Well, I know, mate. I've got 7 chickens.
Oh,
and
well,
I'll tell you what.
No, I know.
I'll tell you what. They're well fed, and they let you know when you don't.
Tell you he's a bit skinny, that 99. We'll keep an eye on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But he's just been weaned.
Yeah.
He's not, I mean, he's not, I can't see his ribs or anything, but that's the one in here I'd probably, I mean, the rest of them look pretty good.
It presented for roll call anyway.
Yeah. Oi! Come on! They're going to be filthy when we just walk away.
I know. Cool buggers.
So, lesson learnt on probably don't need to drill sunflowers at the same rate you drill your oats.
There's just a couple in here.
Well, I guess the most impressive thing is that the soil has had enough fertility, you know, to supply nutrients to this many plants. I mean, it's that dense. I mean, a lot of it's kind of fallen over and stuff now, but you can see, I mean, it just looks absolutely amazing. The bees have just had overload.
Oh, yeah.
The bees are just completely off their heads. They're absolutely loving it. I can't wait to taste the sunflower honey that we're going to get.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you so much for coming for a bit of a walk with us. A little bit of a overview of some of the things that have changed in the last little while. This is our last video was drilling these beautiful sunflowers, so it's great to see all that come to fruition. We want to show you guys the journey and the results that we get as we go along. But like, subscribe and comment, and we want to know obviously what you want to see, and give us some feedback on maybe our council woes.